Yo, man, it's got to be that real hip-hop feel, man. Get these levels right. All right, something like...
You will now go back to when rap music had hard beats, when it was called hip-hop.
Live in the CIPHER! Oh, Wednesday night, gotta get it right. Live in the CIPHER, chills on the mic. You got cash, I'm worth it, pay me. You can't outfox me, so say that for Jamie. BKS1radio.com. Hot like fire, kids, so ring me along. Got the industry corner with our own damn opinions. No Serato, it's authentic. When late night is spinning, the truth, the real. Hip-hop ain't dead, and if it was, we resurrected it. It's back to the essence, the bare essential. Storm Norm is the leader, we call him the general. Smooth P and Ghost, we rate and review. So if you're scared to spit the 16, don't come through. Ooh! Represent the real hip-hop. Represent the real hip-hop. Represent the real hip-hop. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the hottest hip-hop show on the net, live in the CIPHER, baby. You got my man, Chill Mr. Keep It Real, Ladies Love, Smooth P, Short Fuse, DJ Late Night, and your man, Storm Norm the General, on BKS1Radio.com, where we represent the real hip-hop.
Hey. Uh-huh.
All right, y'all.
What up?
Caller from the 614 station name where you calling from. You are live in the CIPHER.
Yo, what's going on, man? This is Optimistic, your brother from down under.
What's up?
What up?
Man. How you doing?
Welcome, Optimistic. Welcome to the show, fam.
What's poppin'?
You were right on time. You know, first and foremost,
Yeah,
want to thank you for calling in tonight. And you know, we know the time difference over there, so we know it's a little late for you. So we appreciate you rocking out with us. Tell the world a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, man. My name is Optimistic MC, man. I'm an MC all the way down from Australia. Shit, man. I've been loving hip hop since a young kid, and I've been pursuing this thing for years now, man. A long time. I made a bunch of different albums, and currently released an album called Salty Waters, which features a heap of legends from up there in the States.
Okay.
I'm so blessed to have worked with, man. Very happy to have worked with these dudes. And yeah, man, I'm still chasing that dream. I'm still living and breathing hip-hop and loving the culture of it, man.
Salute. Let me ask you that. Let me ask you, how did you get into hip-hop in Australia? First from that's question one. And question two, how is the hip-hop scene in Australia?
Oh, yeah, man. Hip-hop was breaking through the airwaves in the late 80s when I was a kid. So, you know, we were getting your Run DMC, Public Enemy, Arrested Development. So they were my big kickoffs as a kid. They were breaking through on that commercial level. And because of that fascination with it and the love that I found as a kid, that grew me to the more underground stuff. So, you know, we still had the stores out here, like maybe 1 or 2 record stores.
Wow.
That were getting in your underground stuff. You know, you're getting in your EP&D, Redman, and all that was creeping through. So, you know, I was just searching and I was just digging in more and more and finding out about more artists as I was going. And the scene back then, you know, it was really small back then. There wasn't a lot of bands doing hip hop or anything like that, but it definitely grew. You know, as the years went by, you started getting a hip hop scene out here, and now it's huge, man. You know, you got a big scene, and it's been segregated into so many different kind of sections now. You know, you're getting your poppy hip hop kind of sound dudes. You're getting your real heads, or you know, more myself, that more boom bap, old classic style hip hop. You're getting dudes doing a dirty bogan rap type of shit, you know. But Yeah, man, it's growing. And it's definitely very big down under as well.
That's what's up. That's the thing that I love about hip hop. That it's come a long way, and it's universal now. Like you said, you can go to Australia, you can go to Germany, or you can go to Japan or China, and you have people who love the culture, you know, just as much as we do here in the States. Sometimes, I hate to say it, but it's like you go to these other countries, and the people know more about the culture than a lot of people here.
Yeah, I bet, you know, because, you know, they become such a fan of it, I guess. It really did take over the world, didn't it? Hip-hop became huge, man. And it just, I guess because of hip-hop, you know, like I've met a lot of people and made a lot of friends because of the art form and the culture of hip-hop, you know. It's definitely made me reach out and meet a lot of people around the world who share the same passion I do.
Now, Optimistic, this is chill, man, Mr. Keep It Real. Just want to give you love first and foremost, because hip hop is universal, man, and it's just good. It's good to hear it. So forgive me, I'm gonna be naive to some extent, but I just want to ask the questions because I know this is a question that I always have. So first of all, you have the accent. You have an Australian accent, and I'm looking forward to hear when you spit, because some people, when they rhyme, you can't hear the accent. You understand what I'm saying? But then when they talk, they hear the accent. Like, for instance, a lot of English actors, someone like Idris Elba, he's able to talk like straight through in his movies like he is from New York City. But then when he's off of his acting level, he's from England. You can really hear the accent. So let me ask you, as far as artists that are down under, is the accent heavily thick in it, or is it just the flow is the flow and you just are who you are?
I think there's a bit of both going on, you know. When I grew up, you know, I was very influenced by the American scene. I don't think I have an American accent, well, definitely not with the dudes that I've worked with, and they think I sound Australian, you know. But I do not over-exaggerate my Australian accent when I rap, which has become a thing in Australia. You know, they've got a thing called Aussie hip-hop.
Okay.
And that's when they really layer the accent on thick.
Yeah.
But then they don't talk. Then they don't talk like that. You know, they don't have a very strong accent when they talk. But it's definitely become a thing, and I do like it for that as well. You know, because it nails it as Australian. I don't know if you've heard a lot of my songs up there, and if you think I sound Australian when you hear me rap, or if you think I sound American.
See, and that's the thing. The reason I say it, even though like we have some tracks, and I purposely wanted to wait till tonight, so I didn't hear any of them yet. Ghost got them out to us. I purposely always try to wait the night of when we do an interview. For me personally, it's just to me, it's just straight up, because if I have any questions or anything, I can always ask. But that being said, going back to the accent can be a positive, because in hip hop, a lot of people got flavor, and sometimes their flavor is what separates them. Like, let's keep it real. The West Coast, you listen to someone like Snoop, his drawl is his drawl. Exactly. You know that's Snoop Dogg. You know Chuck D is Chuck D when he was with Public Enemy, the voice. So in a lot of ways, the accent may be helpful. So I'm looking forward to hearing it. You know what I mean? I'm definitely looking forward to hearing your songs tonight, and possibly perhaps maybe even a freestyle live in the CIPHER. I'm hoping to hear that too.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Definitely. And I think that was when I got shipped through from the Fushnikins. You know, he came down under and stayed at my house for a bit, and we did some tours and did the video. And he was finding that with me. He was noticing, I guess, certain words that were popping out. You know, he was like, oh, you know, because then you can rhyme slightly different because of accents and that, you know. But I'm definitely not thick with my Australian accent when I rap. That's for sure. I don't kind of, you know, oh, g'day, mate, you're going to the barbecue, you know, Crocodile Dundee, you know, my crew, hey, go get me a beer, mate. You know, I don't do that. That's not how I talk, you know, so I certainly don't have that.
Real talk, though.
Going on.
Real talk, though, and like I said, in the essence, being that you're the first Australian rapper that I've heard, I'm being fair. That's why I think I'm fascinated to hear it. But on the real, accents flavor, style. That goes all over, even here in the States. Like if you listen to someone from Florida or Miami, they got a little country twang.
Exactly. Yeah.
So once again, I just want you to be dope. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm looking for. But I just brought that up because I thought that was pretty cool. Talk about your production real quick before we even go into it. Like who produced your album? Did you produce any of the tracks at all, or you just had different people produce it?
Yeah, man. Well, I've got 4 main producers who are on this album. I executive produce the whole thing. I go through everything. You know, I sit through every stage of the bloody thing. But I orchestrated it all. But I got the producer from Australia. We got 2 banging producers. My man Lockwar, the beatsmith, who is fantastic, and a man called Rob Shaker. Those guys sit side by side. I absolutely love what they're doing down here. Then I've got a man in the UK by the name of Endemic Emerald. I think he's produced a bit for Rusty Jukes and all that up there, and a bit of the Wu-Tang Boys. And UG from the Cellar Dwellers, man. I'd bloody produced 2 beats on the album as well, which are absolute thumpers, man. Absolute thumpers. I'm really, really impressed with UG's production levels, man. He really has that classic boom bap sound, and just, they thump. The kicks in those beats thump, man.
Excellent.
No doubt.
That's what's up.
No doubt. Optimistic. What's up, man? It's DJ Storm Norton, the General.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Man, look, I'm looking at some of these names here. Mike Hands, Wise Intelligent, Smith and Wesson.
Yeah, look at the lineup.
Just tell me how you made the connection with these, because I see some incredible names and everything. You know, how that whole connection happened.
Man, I just started reaching out. I ended up working with Speech from Arrested Development in 2006 when he came to Australia, and I was kind of looking after him and stuff. And that opened the floodgates for me. That made me not feel that we're Australia and they're America, and, you know, that difference kind of thing. I started feeling more comfortable about it. So I was reaching out to artists via email, Facebook, whatever. I'd reach out to them. I would say who I am, an MC from Australia. Here's my track, which I'd normally have my verse and the hook and the concept of the track, you know, so they can feed off it.
Right.
And then they would write back, oh, man, yeah. And I've had an overwhelming experience. But then other artists have opened doors for other artists for me. So like Mike Hands, you know, he's up there with your boot camp, your Death Squad boys. He's the man that hooked me up and got me Smith & Wesson and the MOP connection, because you know, he was vouching for me as an artist, saying, you know, I've worked with this cat, I like him, you know, so he vouches for me. So then they're not just going, oh, there's some random dude from Australia. You've already got somebody else that can vouch for me and, you know, open that gateway for me.
No doubt, man. I'm looking forward to playing some of the music tonight on the show. But my next question, bro, like, trap music is running rampant, right, throughout the world. And I'm listening to some of your music, and it's that boom bap, it's that real hip hop sound. Has trap music taken over the Australian hip hop scene or no?
Nah, man, trap music hasn't made it here.
Thank God. I'm coming to Australia.
There's a small scene for the trap, but it hasn't really. No, you know, your mumble rap and the trap stuff and that it definitely hasn't gotten big. As opposed to that classic hip hop, you know,
right?
Good.
That still kind of runs it here. But I guess in clubs and some of the nightclubs, you probably get bits and pieces of those elements for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, if you had your one dream artist, right, to be on a record with you, who would that artist be? Your one dream artist.
Damn, so like I'm flipping a coin between Red and Meth at the moment.
Wow.
Like either Red and or Meth are both. They're in my top 3 of MCs kind of thing. You know, the top 5. You know, in that top list. And I would have loved to do a track with Red and or Meth. You know, that's really good. And the other one is Chuck D.
Wow.
Like I said, because he was from that childhood D, and I love Public Enemy massively, man. I got to work with Speech from one of my idols, and if I got to work with Chuck, that would be amazing, man.
All right. So the next one is you had your one dream producer from America to work with. Who would that dream producer be besides me?
E-double, man.
E-double?
Yeah, the Green-Eyed Bandit, man. The Green-Eyed Bandit.
Yes,
sir. He's my favorite producer of all time, man.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Now, look, I'm looking at some of these songs here. Let's see some of the titles. I got Dreams Alive. Tell me about that joint. I want to run that. I got that queued up. I want to run it first.
Oh, you're going to go that chill stuff. Okay, man, yeah, Dreams Alive, man. That really was a track about just where I was at with my art and craft, you know. I was just, you know, I'm not making a lot of money on this, but I've been following this dream since I was a kid. And that's all it was. It was just about still following that passion, that drive, just because I love the shit. Not because I'm motivated by other things, it's just because I love hip-hop, man, and just keeping that dream alive. And you've got the big brother Mike Hands from Boot Camp up there, Sick Flow from 100 Mad, and he brought Jeanette Smith on there. And actually, Sick Flow is the man that made this track happen. He's the one who randomly, doesn't happen very often, but he wrote that hook for the song.
Okay.
And he was going to do it. He sung the hook on the song. And then after he did it, he wanted to do a verse. And I was like, man, you're going to do a verse, that's going to be a Sick Flow track featuring Optimistic, you know, if you're going to sing the hook and do a verse, which was cool. I would have let him have the track. I said, okay, let me spit a verse and you can keep the beat and put it out on something. But in the end, he decided to get this female singer, Jeanette Smith. So she came in and blew it away, man. Sounds fantastic.
Nice.
And then Mike Hands, oh man, his penmanship. Mike Hands and Sick Flow are two incredible artists they're more of a new artist I didn't know about too much until probably about a year and a half ago. And my bond with them has definitely grown up a lot more, and the respect I got for them as writers and MCs, they're incredible, man. They're incredible.
No.
Right before my eyes, many days of heartache, much I sacrifice. I do what I gotta do to keep this dream alive.
Blood, sweat, tears, rush that fear out of my psyche. It's an everyday fight, not to be taken lightly. Given the vision, I see the start and the outro. In the middle is doubt, this bout blocking my outgo. In a shout and I gotta go, surroundings drowning, head pounding, feeling this vertigo. I hurt so seeing the worst go commercial. From my inner scope, these are neither epic or universal. So I stay independent, bang it out on the daily, and winning it's well intended. Instead of being offended, I go against the elements. With elegant relevance, I airbend it. There's resistance, but consistency is my key, even when I don't see results instantly. To give up, to me, that's suicide. I either do or die to keep this dream alive.
There's a road to failure, there's a road to the prize. There are many obstacles right before my eyes. Many days of heartache, much I sacrifice. I do what I gotta do to keep this dream alive.
In these conditions, I'm playing all my positions, placing new pillars, positioned to face opposition. Dead in the fillers, omitting stagnant compositions. Cultural killers spotted, provoking their admissions. I'm inclined to untangle the vines of my life's grind, bearing all the burdens of my culture on one spine. Respect the diligent, the tester what's been left. I am legend, Will Smith and his progress advance. Urban architecture that still stands, penning verbal lectures that perpetuate life's dance. I'm prone to muscle through this hustle in my zone. Multi-hat racking, stacking chips like I've been cloned. My zone is abstract, barely held intact. It's will and dedication after prayer, and that's pure fact. I'm barely holding on, and it's my prayer I ain't collapse. I'm solely on the dip, I'm letting mumblers eat facts.
There's a road to failure, there's a road to the prize. There are many obstacles right before my eyes. Many days of heartache, much I sacrifice. I do what I gotta do to keep this dream alive.
My passion's worth its weight in gold, never will I slip or fold. Told you all before that I would never sell my soul. Still I got a dream like I was Martin Luther King. I'd be a meth head, but I don't stick 'em for the cream. It ain't about the bitches or the lust for finer things. I'm here to learn the art and share the culture with the kings. If this is what it means for my everyday struggle, I'd rather die poor and haven't known that I was humble. The mind is never troubled with contentment in the heart. I'd be the guiding light that empathizes with the dark. understand that suffering and pain can leave a mark. The cause of the effect that can tear the soul apart. I start to reminisce upon the happiness and bliss that I was living as a kid. I was given music as a gift. They come on swift wing and whisper words with soul grievers. The shape-shifting optimistic spits with dream weavers. Real talk.
There's a road to failure. There's a road to the prize. There are many obstacles right before my eyes. Many days of heartache. Must I sacrifice? I do what I gotta do to keep this dream alive.
All right, y'all, you know we're live in CIPHER, WBCast1.com. That's optimistic, man. I'm liking that. I'm feeling that.
Dope.
Definitely clap that up.
I like that. I like that song, man. I like the verses.
Oh, dope, man.
And the singer, she just killed.
Yeah,
the
like
hook.
you see, he said it that she came in and killed it. She definitely killed that. Definitely well put together song.
Yeah, she owns that joint, right?
Yeah, man, because like she give you chills.
Man.
Yeah, that's dope. That's crazy, man. I didn't expect you to go out the chill track as well, man. You're in Jersey, yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Cool. I thought you were going to go over the hard stuff. That's cool, man. Dreams Alive is a dope joint.
No, I love that joint, man.
We got a couple
That's
more.
Cool. That's really good.
We got a couple more of your joints on deck. What else you got over there, Storm? What you got ready to lock up? We got Power to be Reckoned With. Tell us a little bit about this track.
What are we looking at? Force to be reckoned with?
Power. No, it's Power to be Positive. Or
Power to be Positive. Sorry. He mixed them together.
Yeah, he mixed them together.
See, he already DJing already. He doing the remixes.
It's Power to be Positive.
No, Force to be
Power to the positive, man. Like this one, this is the grown folks table. You know, with boy wise on there, wise intelligent, and the